first, not a coworker.
Right.
A friend that is dealing with something that he's got a major fight, and we just need support. He needs support more than we do. You know, but you're just going to see a lot of revolving chairs around here over the next couple months.
Yes, we will.
You know, I've been put into a role that I didn't think I would ever be doing, to be quite honest with you. And just roll with the punches. We're going to have fun as sports hopefully continue to, you know, happen. We get the NHL and basketball back, the baseball gets going and stuff. But no, just I love Jamie. He's an awesome person. I feel like he's a better person than me. I really do that when I say that. No, I honestly, you know,
Right.
Jamie's class.
Yes.
I might not like his opinions, might not like things about or where he stands politically and all this garbage.
Right.
One of my favorite things I've had happen on the air with him since we've been working together the last 4 years was when we got into it about politics after Trump got elected. You know, we went toe to toe.
Right.
It was crazy. It absolutely took over one of Heather's news segments. And at that point, we decided we're not going to really get into politics anymore. But after we turned off the mics, we both looked at each other and just started smiling. And it's mutual respect. And love Christy. The things that she's had to deal with, I'll never know. You know, none of us ever will. And her strength and support. We're all, thank goodness we all went to Evan Jenkins' wedding back in February and got to have that moment where we were all together before all this crap started. And
It was right before COVID too.
yeah,
That was,
you know, and that was the whole when they had the Garth Brooks concert downtown. Just when things were as normal and crazy and vibrant as they could ever be. You know.
and they were snapped and they were dealing with it. We know that nobody else knew. And, you know, Christy, most of the thread on Twitter, that was just said it all. I'm not going to read it or paraphrase it. Just, you know, check the Christy McDonald on Twitter as well. I mean, man, it's tough, man. It really is. You know, when you talk to your wife and your kids, you know, they knew what was going on for a while, but still, it really hit home. And I'm sure you got inundated with texts. I talked to a lot of people, and you know, I'm sure Jamie's. I'm sure he didn't answer any of them. I'm sure. I mean, look, a lot of people are going through these things in life. It's just when it hits home, and Jamie said, you know, you never know. You never think it's going to happen to you, especially at that age. It just sucks. Cancer just, you know, I think Wojo said a little bit of this last night. Cancer, for some reason, it attacks everybody. It's indiscriminate. But sometimes you sit there and say, why do good people get this and so many ass wipes or whatever?
Because
you know, don't get it.
I was texting with him last night, Wojo. You know, because I listened to him, and there's a lot of anger there. And Stoney, we just have to put aside that we don't get to pick and choose.
I know.
And these diseases, just like they say about the COVID, that's been one of the big things. But cancer as well, it doesn't, you know, there are things that you can do to prevent some cancers, but there's a lot that you can't. And
Right.
it doesn't judge you based on the type of person you are. We're not in control. And it's a great reminder of that. It sucks. I hate it. I'm going to choose not to get angry about this. I've had very emotional moments about this. And I just wanted to give, I know before we go to break here and get the news, that I know Heather wanted to say a few things too.
Yeah.
Well, you know, yesterday it was just really tough, and I think it was more tough on us because we were watching him say these things. We knew this. We were with him when he told us about this a year and a half ago. But something about yesterday was very different, and there's one thing that really stands out about Jamie to me is that, you know, I can come to work and my back hurts, and I'm complaining about this, and I'm complaining about something else going on in my life. He never, ever once complained or made this a burden on any of us. You know, he shared some details. It wasn't like he kept completely silent, but he never let this affect him or his job that way. He was just very, very positive, and he took the time to make sure, you know, things going on with me and my health were okay. You know, it just, he's just been amazing in his battle with this cancer, and I applaud him for that.
Not a good guy. He's a great guy, and I say
He really is.
man. He's going to fight this. It's tough. It really is. We're not going to kid anybody about it, what he's going through right now. But We'll get through this. All right. Our telephone number is 248-539-9797. That's also the text number. Heather with news next.
Yeah, I've got some crazy stories coming right out of Troy, Michigan. It involves a naked man, a fire, some blood. It's wild.
97.1 The Ticket.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by Buff Whelan Chevrolet. Emergency road repairs continue. 94 eastbound remains closed from Gratiot Avenue to Chalmers until later this afternoon. You can use Harper Avenue, Warren Avenue, or Mack instead. Hurry into Buff Whelan Chevrolet and see why they're #1 volume Chevy dealer in the USA for the last 3 years. Buff Whelan Chevrolet, 17.5 in Van Dyke and Sterling Heights. Call 800-WHELAN1 or go to buffwhelan.com. Find new roads. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic. Businesses are starting to bounce back. But what if you could do better than that? What if you could adapt, deliver, and succeed in new ways with new customers? At Comcast Business, we're committed to helping you not just bounce back, but bounce forward. That's why we're offering powerful and reliable internet and voice. Now for only $35 each a month when you buy both and sign up for EcoBill and AutoPay with a 2-year agreement. It'll help you stay ahead with a network you can count on. Stay connected with 24/7 support and thrive with flexible solutions that work wherever you are. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go online today to find out more. Comcast Business. Offer ends 8/21/2020. Restrictions apply. New customers only with 35 megabits internet and 1 voice mobility line. Early termination fee applies. Enrollment in EcoBill and AutoPay required. Equipment installation taxes and fees extra. Subject to change.
Applied Imaging customer Melissa Block, Associate Director at Children's Healing Center, discusses Applied Imaging's Network Support Division, NetSmart Plus.
With Applied Imaging and NetSmart Plus, we have found a vendor that truly cares about our organization, our members, and our mission. They have come alongside us as a partner and as friends to help the organization grow, stay operational, really to thrive well.
NetSmart Plus was upgrading your IT structure when the stay-at-home orders came.
So that helped us in a manner where we are now living in a world where a lot of things are done virtually, and our prior platform was not set up to handle that well.
Applied Imaging came through.
I think the bottom line benefit of our relationship with their company is that they are a trusted partner and a valuable resource, and we would not be able to operate without our IT services.
NetSmart Plus from Applied Imaging, a trusted partner open for business. Call 800-521-0983 or visit appliedimaging.com.
Is more always better? Sometimes you just don't need more. Like when it comes to Michigan auto reform. If you have health insurance, including Medicare or Medicaid, you may not need more insurance. Ask an Allstate agent about your options and lower your costs, not your standards. There's no better time to get a quote from Allstate. Visit allstate.com or call a local agent.
Subject to terms, conditions, availability, and coverage selected. Allstate by Cashmere Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Save big money in your next project with 11% off everything. Now at Menards. Mastercraft makes great doors inside and out. Choose from our great selection of stock doors or design your door your way. In-store and online with our door designer. Get 11% off everything now at Menards. Good through August 1st. Savings are a mail-in rebate. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
Hiring can be difficult, but if you're a company that's currently trying to hire, you face new difficulties. HousingWire could relate. They needed to hire a reporter to cover the U.S. housing markets, so they turned to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter's smart matching technology finds people with the right experience for your job. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And that's how HousingWire found Alexandra Roja. Alexandra never imagined she could get a reporter job in the midst of COVID-19 until she created a profile on ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter matched Alexandra to HousingWire's reporter job because she was a great fit for the role. HousingWire received her application only 4 hours after they posted the job. And a few weeks later, Alexandra started her dream career. ZipRecruiter helped HousingWire find the right person for their role fast.
See how ZipRecruiter can help you hire. Try it now for free at ZipRecruiter.com/hire. That's ZipRecruiter.com/hire.
I absolutely love my dog, but the constant shedding, not so much. But then I got a Swiffer Sweeper pet kit, and it is amazing. These super thick cloths pick up a crazy amount of hair. Just look at all that. And that was from just one swipe. And the best part? Sweeper's so much easier to maneuver than a broom or a vacuum, easily getting around chairs and under the couch. You're right. Now I can focus on you, not your shedding. Swiffer Sweeper Pet Kit, because shed happens.
For muscle pain, body aches, to strains, Blue Emu Maximum Arthritis. It works fast and you won't stink. Its unique formula with emu oil penetrates deep to relieve arthritis pain, sore muscles, joints, and more.
I'm Jeff Lesson, and Lesson on Golf is back. Just accept it. Our 24th year of bringing you the best deals in golf right now at LessonOnGolf.com. Lesson on Golf, Sunday, 8 a.m., 97 to 1 the ticket.
Your opinion matters. Call the D Las Vegas 97.1 The Ticket studio line at 248-539-9797. Book your stay at the D by visiting thed.com. The D Las Vegas, the home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
The only way you can take 97.1 The Ticket with you is the radio.com app. Download it today and listen to us anytime, anywhere.
97.1 The Ticket. All right, 21 minutes past the hour. Tigers lose last night 14-6 in the home opener. Man, it was really weird watching home opener with some of the festivities with the K-Line stuff. It was just bizarre.
I wasn't able to see the pregame stuff, but I did, watch quite a bit of the game. And I had mentioned in the first segment the Perez foul ball. What happens to the foul balls? They should do like foul balls for charity or something. Have the team sign it and give it to Children's Hospital.
They might. That's a great question. All right, it's time for news. Here's Heather.
Hey, you guys. So a naked man was arrested in Troy on Saturday after being accused of breaking into a home, intentionally setting a fire, and also resisting arrest. So officers say that they actually were responding to a fire alarm, and that's when they found a, quote, bloody scene on an apartment deck, including a large bloody kitchen knife and an open door and a screen ripped off. So they say from there they actually followed a blood trail, and that led them to another open apartment where they found this man screaming, naked, covered in blood with a towel wrapped around his hand. Very, very bizarre story. The man then resisted arrest. They had to tase him. They finally were able to get him into custody. They took him to the hospital. But there's some witnesses there that also say this same man was seen walking around the apartment complex with an AR-15 earlier in the day. So I guess the good news is that nobody was injured besides the man who cut his hand on this large knife. But besides that, there were no other injuries. Nobody else was injured. He did set or attempted to set a fire in one of the apartment buildings. I guess he placed some flammable items on the stove burner, but nobody was injured.
Just people are losing.
I know.
It's like the woman yesterday that you talked about that tried to set the Jeep. Well, she did set the Jeep on fire.
Yes.
She blew herself up. People,
That one was insane.
get a hold of yourself, people.
It's tough.
It is tough. You guys, a 60-year-old Bloomfield Hills woman has been charged in connection with the theft of more than $70,000 from an elderly veteran. So this woman allegedly wrote checks to herself and to her business, totaling more than $56,000 from the victim's bank account. And then she also was accused of making ATM withdrawals totaling more than $16,000. And on top of all of that, this woman is also accused of failing to file tax returns on the money that she stole from the victim. And now she's facing up to 25 years in jail.
I don't want to be saying ridiculously ignorant here, but if you steal money, you still have to file as income on your tax returns.
I don't know. According to this.
I know. It sounds so bizarre. It's like you're a drug dealer, right? You make money. Do you file that occupation? Illegal drug dealer.
I'm pretty sure not. What a scumbag.
I know.
I
This is a
know.
veteran. You know, these are the ones that always get me fired up because, seriously, just preying on people, some of the best people who have served our country. Absolute scum. I know it's
And, you
alleged
know-
right now, so I don't want to go too
And this
far.
victim was in the hospital at a nursing home at the time, so really taking advantage of this veteran, you know, when they're at their lowest point, which also makes this woman an even bigger scumbag, that's for sure. So when it comes to the coronavirus, on Monday, Michigan reported 5 new coronavirus deaths and 488 new cases. It really seems like we are kind of leveling off here in Michigan. I mean, every single day is very close to this 500 number.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think, yeah, we are leveling right now. And there's actually starting to be some speculation nationally, even in the worst hit places,
Yes.
Texas, Arizona, and Florida, that it is leveling, that the curve isn't being, it's starting to flatten. So
Right.
why? Because what happened 2 to 3 weeks ago?
People start wearing masks.
Masks.
Yeah.
And the president actually told people to wear masks, and maybe people are actually listening to him.
Yeah, the early indicator is that is happening. So that's good news, hopefully.
It's very good news. So apparently, we're pretty close to having a World Beer Pong League. A World Beer Pong League, you guys. So Post Malone.
You know what? If they can have cornhole on television, why can't you have beer pong?
A beer pong might be more fun to watch.
Yeah.
Because the more
So.
intoxicated players get, the more, you know, interesting they become. It could be very interesting.
True.
But Post Malone, who is, I guess, a beer pong fanatic, is actually taking steps to create World Pong League. And his legal team has filed for a trademark to the name. And according to all these documents, he wants his World Pong League to operate official beer pong tournaments, competitions, events, and exhibitions. So a legitimate competitive league, basically. And he's going to have merchandise, of course, cups, glassware, game tables.
See, the great thing about beer pong is it stays constant. I mean, we played back when we were in college. College kids are playing now.
Yes.
As opposed to like video games where people like me are not. It's like the NBA has that, you know, Pistons have that team and all these, and that's on TV sometimes. I have no interest to watch other people play video games. I'd watch beer pong
I would
because I can relate to it. I've done it.
I mean,
Yes.
I would watch it, but and I'm stunned that this hasn't happened already.
I
It's
know,
actually
think about it.
genius.
Yes.
Now, I think I know why. It's because people are drinking.
Correct.
And so I would guess that major network or the ESPN or Fox Sports of the world might not touch this. What's it called now? It used to be Spike, but like Paramount.
Oh yeah.
You know,
yeah.
This seems like this is a wheelhouse for their type
Well,
of
you can just
programming.
put it on Twitch.
Yeah.
People watch that all the time.
Or his own YouTube page. You know, like now there's so many different places that you can air stuff like this.
And it's brilliant because you know you can get sponsors.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you get
yeah.
this team have an individual, you know, their ball with a, you know, the Detroit team. If there's a Detroit team, you know, with shorts or, you know, some of the other local breweries, Atwater, Bell's. I mean, people, I mean, it'd be great.
Yeah.
Yep.
Team
Totally.
Oberon versus Team Founders. I don't know.
Yeah.
Team Dirty Bastard.
So Joe Jonas and Sophia Turner just welcomed a little baby girl into the world. This is their first baby, and they named her Willa. So congrats to them. Very exciting
Mazel
news.
tov.
Yes. So the world's most identical twins, that's what they've been called, are 2 women in Australia. And they say they do absolutely everything together. You guys, they dress alike, they share a job, they eat the same amount of calories every day, they work out for the same amount of time, really weird things. But they also share a boyfriend. And now these 2 twins actually want him to get them pregnant at the exact same time.
Okay, so we went out Sunday to eat, and I noticed there was 2 twins. There's an elderly couple. It looks like and then the 2 boys were probably in their late 20s, early 30s. And then there was a woman sitting next to one of them on the other side. So I couldn't figure out if that was a sibling or if that was his wife or girlfriend. But it actually hit me. I'm like, why'd she, if it was a significant other, why'd she pick him over him?
I know. I always thought of, you know, obviously I have twins, girls, but they're not identical. But if you had identical twin brother, would you be able to, like, you know, fool the girl? I don't feel like going out with, her tonight. Why don't you go out with her and see if she can tell the difference?
For sure. I have identical twin sisters, and they used to do that.
Oh, really?
Yes. They're so much older than me that at the time when they were sharing these stories, I didn't really care about them. But I need to go and actually get some more stories out of them. But I do remember them telling me things about that, like, he'd ask out one of them, and then the other one would go out with him, and things like that. Yes, they used to play tricks on their dates and things.
Man, there are movies that have been made about things like that, but we won't go there. Thank you very much, Heather. Our telephone number 248-539-9797. Still ahead on the program. Who's the greatest? Number 12. That comes up at 7:35.
Michigan, I need your trade-in, and I need it today. I'll give you up to 125% of the Kelley Blue Book fair market value for any trade. Come see me, Rich.
Abby Tanya.
Today.
At the all-new Longueuil Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on M53 in beautiful Imlay City, Michigan.
It started with a road trip into the American Midwest. Huntington Bankers was one mission: to understand how people make sense of money. And that's how we met Brenda.
How do I control money? Envelopes. The first of the month, I divided my cash. One envelope for groceries, one for gas, one for fun. It helps plan out my spending.
And that's how we came up with digital envelopes for your checking account. Our customers give us the best ideas. Huntington, welcome. Member FDIC. Learn more at huntington.com.
Do you have a home improvement project that's been on hold? Let the professional installation teams at John's Lumber get the job done right the first time. Yes, John's is more than lumber, but windows and doors, and kitchen and bath. Add value and beauty to your home with trusted brands like Anderson Windows, Therma-Tree Door, Veranet Cabinets, and more. Buy with confidence from Macomb County's leader in home improvement, using their certified and insured installers. More info at johnslumber.com or call 833-GO-JOHNS.
Because of my HFC experience, I am definitely more driven.
I want to succeed in life. I want to have a good job and make money, but I want to like what I'm doing.
After I complete my associate's degree, I'd like to transfer to a university.
It costs less, it's a great school, and I can still get all the credits that I need that transfer over.
The advisors here actually helped me. They pulled up my records with okay, this is what you need to do. I'm excited. I am prepared.
I am future driven.
I am future driven. I am future driven.
We're all driven by something. Find your focus at hfcc.edu.
How'd you get in my house? See?
Through the air conditioning vent. It's dark in there.
Oh, right.
How about some Honey Nut Cheerios?
Cheerios. What child are you?
Honey Nut Cheerios are tasty and can help lower cholesterol as part of a heart-healthy diet. Right. Did you just...
No.
I'm pretty sure I heard him.
It was my dryer.
You might want to get that thing checked out. Have a change of heart. Honey Nut Cheerios. Learn more about Honey Nut Cheerios by picking up a box at your local store.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Oil change coming up? We can help you out. Right now, you can get 5 quarts of Pennzoil high mileage motor oil and an STP oil for just $27.99. If you need it fast, we can help you get it fast. Whether it's at home with a next day delivery or in store and curbside with our free same day pickup, the choice is yours. Getting the job done just got easy. Search for the details at AutoZone.com.
States developmental team, Chris Butzlaff, did a pretty good job. I just thought, I thought Jose Feliciano, if you didn't see it, national remote, virtual national anthem, really good, really well done. He was very good. He was friendly with Al Kaline. Of course, people might not remember, but you've heard the story of the 1968 World Series where he sang the national anthem at Tiger Stadium, and it was controversial. He got tons of flack because of the first time, excuse me, that the national anthem had been played, changed the tune, so to speak. Will said, what can you say? He played with the acoustic guitar.
It wasn't the robotic version.
No. And they played that. They showed the Kaline family in Bloomfield Hills home watching. It was nice. It was weird. I almost wanted, in honor of Kaline, and maybe I'd love to do it again. Next year.
I think they will.
Yeah,
I think they still wanted to.
Yeah.
Now, and because we're trying to get. Well, that, and guess what? If they didn't do it, it only would have taken one person to point it out and get that trending. Oh my gosh, the Tigers didn't do anything for Al Kaline. You see what I'm saying? Even though it's not the way they want it to be, and they probably will do something next year.
Right. They did the jewels on the bases. Everybody's going to wear the 60s, which I knew that's.
Right. Well, the thing that stood out to me was during the broadcast last night. I think it was like the second inning. No, it was after. When did the Tigers? It was after the second the Tigers scored, right?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. So anyway, they're going to break, and Shep goes, "It's gonna be back home." He's been home the whole time.
I know.
And they didn't travel to Cincinnati. The TV, they're all staying home. But he was trying to make it known.
Right. I assume he did the game from the actual block.
I'm not sure what TV's doing. I haven't 100% remember. I heard so many things that I can't remember what's actually happening.
Yes, because as we know, Van Dickerson yesterday, he and Jim were doing the games in Cincinnati, not from the studio, but from Comerica Park. It just seems so bizarre to me.
Yeah.
But he explained it's better than what you're being.
I've actually, like last night, I felt like things were about as close to normal as could be. That when you look in the stands, when the foul ball goes and lands and nobody's there to grab it, that's it. It's really not. It doesn't really bother me.
Our telephone number is 248-539-9797, which is also the ticket text. Lines here, as always. I've seen the Tigers play 4 games. What do you think of how they handle it? It's such a strange situation, especially, we're getting to later too as well. The fluidity of this season is just going to be, we don't know what's going to happen. Because the Marlins, they canceled their game yesterday. They canceled the Yankees-Phillies game because the Marlins were in Philadelphia's clubhouse for the weekend, so they had to fumigate that. I read where the Yankees were actually going to fly a train or bus or have their clubhouse guys from Yankee Stadium get to Philadelphia. So the same clubhouse guys were in the Marlins clubhouse in Philly, so they want to completely get rid of anybody possibly could have spread it there. It just, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not one of these sit there and say the season's going to stop or anything like that. No, I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think the one thing that potentially could come out of this that they will try before there would be a shutdown is requiring masks. Clint Frazier's wearing one, and I know there's probably
Francisco Lindor is wearing one too. Yeah.
And I think that's a good idea right now. This is why umpires are wearing masks. The umpire behind the plate that day with all the Marlins players that ended up coming up that, probably had this, they're somewhat protected.
Yeah. Did you see on Sunday, the manager of the Pittsburgh Pirates, Derek Shaw, got thrown out of the game, but he went out to argue and the umpires made him put on his mask, and he put on his mask, and he started arguing.
I think, and I heard Mike yesterday talking about this MLB and their lack of really getting this all sustained versus behind the scenes. I really believe the NFL is doing a lot of smart things that we can get into later. But the MLB, the 2-day lag on testing, that's ridiculous here. What, I just said about requiring masks. I just thought about this on the fly here. Okay, let's put the position, the infielders, they have to wear masks, okay? And the catcher, and then the batter, and the umpire. But if you're an outfielder, you wear your mask, until you get to the outfield. And then you can take it off because you're isolated out.
Especially
These are tiny little things, though, that may sound nitpicky, but, as we talk about in Heather's News, we're starting to see maybe evidence that mask wearing around the country, which has started, people more and more doing it 2 to 3 weeks ago, the curve in general is starting to flatten.
Right. But the blame might not be just on Manfred. It could be on other people, too. We'll let you know who that is coming up next. Hey, if you want to get away relaxed, simply have a great time, get to the D Las Vegas for everything you need. The D taking all the necessary precautions to make sure you stay safe and you can enjoy all the comforts of a high-end Las Vegas hotel without missing out on the high gaming, social distance energy, and nightlife that they have in Vegas. You want good meals? They got Andiamo Italian Steakhouse right there. Or for something more casual, it's American. You got to have 4 o'clock in the morning after you just won $80,000 playing craps. Lost $8. Anyway, the D Las Vegas can also set you up with great golf courses in Vegas if you want to golf. Book a room today. It's a lot of fun. We go there every year. It's the D.com. The D.com, your home for Detroit sports in Las Vegas.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center. No reports of accidents on your drive this morning, but those emergency repairs continue. 94 eastbound remains closed from Gresham Avenue to Chalmers until later this afternoon. There's a backup now from before Van Dyke. You can still use Harper, Warren, or Mack Avenues instead. Also today, there's road work scheduled to block the right lane, 96 Jeffries eastbound local lanes at Evergreen from 9 to 3. I'm Michelle Penny with traffic.
Station where your opinion matters.
This Radio.com Sports Minute is brought to you by Taylor Chevrolet. This is Boomer Esiason with Radio.com Sports Minute. 3 games into its season, baseball now faces a crisis for sure. 14 Marlins players and coaches have now tested positive for the coronavirus. And no one knows how this outbreak affected Philadelphia, which hosted Miami. Manager Don Mattingly said he pulled the players Sunday morning. Only 4 were positive, and the team voted to play. Since when did Donnie Baseball become Donnie Epidemiologist? Why weren't independent medical experts consulted? No wonder Washington manager David Martinez says he's scared. David Price, who's opted out that way, trolled the commissioner by tweeting, "This proves players' health is not paramount." Meantime, Ron Manfred doubled down and remained optimistic the protocols are strong enough that all continue to play even through an outbreak like this and complete our season, he said. He also claimed, "I don't see it as a nightmare." Well, many do. I'm Boomer Esiason.
Years of research, hundreds of tests, thousands of iterations. The result, the latest and dreamiest in sleep innovation. Introducing new mattresses from Casper. Casper has done it yet again, and with all new mattresses. Waking up with back pain? Introducing Zoned Support. Casper's unique ergonomic system designed to keep your spine aligned when you sleep. And there's something brand new called AirScape. Engineered foam layers with perforations that help regulate your sleep temperature. From bedding, bed frames, even a double bed, Casper has everything to build the dream bedroom for every kind of sleeper. My Casper is the best mattress I've ever had, hands down. And now Casper is offering free contactless delivery and, as always, free returns. So go to Casper.com and use the code ROAM and get $100 off your mattress order. That's code name ROAM, $100 off your mattress order. Terms and conditions do apply. See Casper.com/terms.
Gentleman offers whole house window solutions, as beautiful as they are reliable, at price points that work with your budget. Our versatile windows and patio doors help create spaces people love to live in with beauty and performance that make a home feel exceptional. Builders, contractors, and homeowners choose Gentleman windows for their craftsmanship, extensive design choices, and wide range of sizes and options. Plus, select Gentleman products feature exclusive innovations like Finish Shield color technology for vinyl, which won't scratch or peel and never requires touch-ups like traditional paint. Choose Jeld-Wen and get the right windows for your home builder or model project. Visit Jeld-Wen.com to see our wide selection of windows to find the perfect fit for your next project. And visit one of the 14 Carter Lumber locations across Michigan and Toledo to speak with one of their experienced window professionals to help you get your next project started. Find your nearest Carter Lumber location today at carterlumber.com.
Protecting Michigan's waters is critically important. So is providing the energy that fuels Michigan's quality of life. A tunnel for Line 5 is the right solution. Enbridge is committed to building this underground concrete tunnel housing Line 5, deep under the Straits of Mackinac. This means multiple layers of protection, virtually no chance of a leak into the Great Lakes, no possibility of an anchor strike, and no interruption to the energy that Michigan needs. Learn more at enbridge.com/line5tunnel.
Are you looking to change jobs or get back to work? Miller Landscape is hiring and has positions open right now. Go to getmillernow.com. That's getmillernow.com or call 800-36-MILLER. Come work for one of the best landscape companies in Michigan. Miller is hiring now. When big things happen in Detroit sports, you hear it first on Detroit's #1 sports station, 97.1 The Ticket. Breaking news powered by Radio.com Sports and brought to you by Pennzoil. Motor oils from natural gas. The proof is in the Pennzoil. Text the ticket using the same number you used to call the ticket. Ticket text 248-539-9797.
Put this in the nightmare category. I mean, obviously, we don't want any player to get exposed. It's not a positive thing, but I don't see it as a nightmare. We built the protocols to allow us to continue to play. That's why we have the expanded rosters. That's why we have the pool of additional players. And we think we can keep people safe and continue to play.
It's Rob Manfred, Commissioner Major League Baseball on the MLB Network. Last night, I think he's foolhardy. I really do. I think, who knows what's going to happen, but it seems like, just like it seems, the NBA, the NHL, well, you have to do it. The bubble seems to be the only thing that probably will work.
See, I disagree with that, okay? And I know there's all this doom and gloom about the NFL. I'm within the majority of people who think college football is going to be nearly impossible to pull off because of the student-athlete dynamic living, being around things and being irresponsible. And I was irresponsible when I was 18 and 22 too, so and even beyond that. I think the NFL, they're going to test 3 times before they can even enter team facilities.
Right, today, the Lions have testing today.
Yes.
First day.
You have to have 3 negatives to get in. At that point, it's upon the players and the coaches to be responsible. And what that means is you don't go anywhere. Okay?
Right.
And we didn't go anywhere forever, right?
I know.
Do you want a paycheck?
Exactly. That's what I said is the tease. Everybody can blame Manfred and all these guys all they want. But bottom line is, it's the players who are going out probably, and it's not because they're playing baseball that they're getting this. I think it's because some of them, wrote what they should be doing. And even during the games, I thought there was going to be no high-fiving and all that. I mean, I don't know exactly how much that could actually be transmitted or anything like that. But there was a complete dog pile over the weekend, but a big celebration for a walk-off home run. I mean, people are, your human emotions take over. I get that, but it's up to you. I mean, it's the player's responsibility. It's not just, management and the commissioner's jobs to keep everybody healthy.
Right, and I said it last segment about the mask. I honestly believe they should really consider more players wearing masks, not just in the dugout, but playing. I know it sucks, but it definitely reduces the proximity of how you can potentially spread this. It's good. The tell-all here is going to be they're going to eventually find out somewhat how this infiltrated the Marlins.
Right.
And there's no doubt that there's Miami, and it's a hot spot, that I would guess that somebody probably did something that they shouldn't have done. And it could be innocent. I'm not talking about everybody just jumps to athletes and partying and doing all this crazy stuff. Maybe it was an athlete going out and running an errand and didn't wear a mask.
Right. Or maybe he was in contact with somebody. Whatever.
Exactly. I mean, you really...
If they're staying at hotels...
These guys, if they want the 2 sports that aren't bubbling, they're going to have to really buckle down, be around as few people as possible, and just really have no life for the next few months.
Yeah.
And then for the NFL, it's really as long as 6 months.
Look, it's... For baseball, if you think about it, the baseball season is really just as long as the NBA and the NHL bubbles. Okay, it's 60 games, and I don't understand.
In a quarter mile,
I guess, well,
turn
with
right
Arizona
onto
and
Alger Avenue.
Florida, I don't know where the locations they could have picked. But if they could bubble the NBA, why couldn't they bubble baseball? Or at least put them on location.
Yeah, you know, in hindsight, and I know that the NFL's doctors saying they're actually creating a bubble according to the protocols. It's the following of it by the people inside it that's going to, whether it pays off. When the NFL gets going here, you're going to hear cases, okay? It's getting it under control, and I'm not freaking out yet about the Marlins thing because, look, it's one team right now. I think a huge thing's going to be is, do some Phillies players get it?
Yeah,
that's where I get scared, you know, and they may have to put things on pause. I do not think they're going to cancel yet. I think they're going to try the mask thing first.
Then turn left onto Mayflower Avenue.
They may put the season on pause, depending on
well,
what happens here in the next few days.
If there's a complete outbreak with other teams, yeah, then they'll be on pause. But I don't think they're going to cancel the season
Turn
either.
left onto Mayflower Avenue.
Because they do
the
have
destination is on your
taxi
right.
squad people to keep it. You know, their games will be postponed. If they have to play double headers or, God forbid, extend the season a little bit, they will do that. Our telephone number is 248-539-9797. Also the ticket text. The other thing is, and I'm not smart enough to know the answer to this. Look, there seems to be that there's this battle, supposedly, allegedly in the media from, you know, the sports talk show hosts, sports, you know, writers who are rooting for, you know, them not to play games, which is the stupidest thing in the world.
Is on your right.
Because we want games. There are people who are skeptical whether they're safe enough to go on. And I don't want to see anybody get seriously ill, but my problem with, you know, people